So beautiful people. What up, you guys, man? What up? What up? Back at it once again. Back at it once again on the rooftops, right? Yeah. I'm beginning to suspect that this thing is going to be a thing. This thing of getting to the rooftops, right? As you're building it up, right? Exactly, right? And that is the whole point. That is the whole point over here, right? On this side of the fence, right? Because when you think about it, in small ways or in bigger ways, it takes so much to build on our own experiences, right? It takes so much to build on our own experiences, I'm telling you, right? I mean, think about it in this way, like in that particular new perspective that you landed on. How long, did it take you for you to get yourself over there, right? How long did it mentally get you there? How long did it emotionally get you there, right? Exactly. So I'm loving this energy, right? I'm loving this thing that we are building up, right? Exactly, right? I'm telling you that sun is sunning. The other day I came across this one particular article that I was reading on Substack, right? It was about this lady that she was recounting her own stories. She was recounting her own experiences. The things that she has gone through, right? The difficulties, things that should have gone left, or things that should have gone right, ended up going left. You know what I mean, right? So yeah. So she ended up by saying that, everything becomes a win. Of course, if the idea or if the goal is to experience. Tell you what, that just really blew up my mind. Yeah. Again, this was just like a way of just tapping in, As I said earlier, this is a community that we're building, right? Big brick by brick. A day at a time, energy at a time, right? Yeah. So I'm planning for us to have sort of an introductory video, right? I feel like I need to introduce myself. a bit, right? That's just as a way of getting to know each other, right? Because as I said, this is a relationship that you are cultivating, right? This is a community that we are cultivating, right? Exactly. So I'm thinking of doing, I've gotten used into, yeah, and the thing is now, every other time that I sit back and then look back at these videos and then thinking to myself, why do I keep on saying that thing of sort of, right? Yeah. Because with that, it gives a connotation, a negative connotation around it, a negative energy around it, because you're figuring it out, but you need to be sure of that you're figuring it out, if you know what I mean, right? Exactly. Yeah. So yeah, it's a new day, I'm telling you out here. Of course it's windy. I'm sure that's going to come across your ears, because that's what it takes, to record, right? But it's a beautiful day, right? It's a beautiful day. Yeah, so as I said, I'm thinking of doing sort of again. It's crazy, right? It's crazy, right? Yeah, so I feel like I need to really introduce myself, right? Because just piggy banking on what I'd said earlier, it takes so much to build on our own experiences, right? So this is just me as well, drawing this story of our lives, right? Drawing up, the sort of roots, mental roots, emotional roots that we took for us to get where we are right here, right now, right? So that's exactly the sort of like, roadmap, like, on the back end that I'm trying to, right? So with that means just like I've already said, right? I need now to, of course, now introduce myself, like introduce who I am, like, my story, like sort of that thing, right? Sort of that thing. Yeah. Right? So that's exactly what you're going to be doing, right? Yeah, so I'm putting it all together. I'm putting it together. How we are internally writing our own stories, right? So yeah. Exactly. So let me not like, ramble so much, right? As I've already said that, this is another way of just me tapping in, just to say what's up, checking up on you guys as well, right? And in some ways, this is just me as well checking up on myself, right? Like how we doing. So let's see how that's going to build up. Let's see how that is going to be building up. Right? We are going to share a bit of myself, right? Right? Yeah, all that good stuff and all that bad stuff, right? And everything in between, Exactly. Our trajectories, our stories, right? So yeah, so let me get on to some things. I was meant to, like record this very early, right? But yeah, that's how it goes sometimes. So let me get back to it, get to the things that needs to be done. And of course, let's keep on keeping on, right? Adios.